Okay, gang, here we go. We're going to do core today. You can do core every single day. Today we're going to focus directly on just core resistance exercises, mostly body weight stuff, mostly stuff you can do on the floor. You don't need a lot of space, you need your body there, and you're all set. Okay, we're going to go 45-second intervals on each of these work intervals. We're going to go 25-second breaks. We're going to mind our breathing throughout. And the first one is just going to be a regular sit-up with no support at the feet. Okay, I'm going to start a timer over here. It's going to be a little bit background beeping, and you can use any kind of interval timer you get on an app for your phone, or you can just use a watch and a clock. All right, we're going to do basic sit-ups. I'm going to show you a way to modify it. Ready, set, sit-up, go. All right, so we're sitting up, we're exhaling most as we come up. You want to think about imprinting the back and the hips into the floor as you sit up. Don't let your feet come off the floor. I'm going to show you a way to crank this up. If you're working out with a buddy, get something to punch and have a good hit on the way up. You're going to contract your whole chest, upper back, abdomen, lower abdomen, right? As you're coming up in each one. That gives you a little extra something in this workout. You don't have to hit something, but you can, right? This is going to give you some more intensity a little bit. You're going to exhale a little bit as you hit, and then you inhale as you come back, right? It's pretty simple. You're going to go at the pace you want to. Maybe this is your first move of the day for an exercise. Maybe you're just now warming up. You didn't get to run on the treadmill or whatever. So take it at a pace that makes sense. Now we're on a break. There we go. That's a pretty good simple setup. Okay, let me demonstrate the next movement. It's going to be, one name for it is a windshield wiper. Now one drawback to trainers is that there's no law on what we name things. We're always going to have a different name for the same move. So if you look this up and Google it, maybe it'll look like this. Maybe it'll be something else. Ready, set, go. We're going to come down, almost touch the floor. Try to do it with straight legs. Try to pinch your inner thighs together and try to pinch your feet together. Don't quite touch the floor. Lower you can come, the better. And you come up and over, and you're getting the transverse abdominals. Keep going, and breathe deep. The transverse abdominis is so important. Pull in your waistline, support your lower back, and pull in the front lower abs right there, right? You're getting tiny little aspects of the obliques here, and you're letting the head lay back, and you're keeping your arms out straight on either side, so you don't roll away. You don't want to do that. And you just kind of keep a steady pace. This one I wouldn't recommend doing quick, okay? If you want to amp it up sometime, if you're ready, you can pinch a small weight between your feet as you go side to side. And we're on a break again. Okay, nice, good. We're going to take a small weight now. You can go no weight. We're going to do the upper end of the same muscle groups, a little more of the obliques. You're going to do a little bit of thoracic spine. Of course, your rectus abdominis right down the middle of this with a Russian twist movement like this. You can keep the feet floating, that's harder. If it's too much for you and you're just progressing gradually, keep your feet down. Okay, that's ready, set, and we're going. We twist and touch and turn your shoulders and head back and forth each time. More twist here is better, but take care of your lower back there, okay? There's a nice modification right here. You're going for a nice overhead press with your weight in between touching, if you want to. All right, if you're a little bit tuckered out today, or you doing this workout after you did another resistance workout, like just arms, or just back, or just legs, and you want to integrate this too, maybe you want to back it off and not go too intense. If you're very conditioned exercising, do it. A lot of good reasons to get the core strong, and not just a small waistline. It also helps ingestion, digestion, elimination. It's going to keep your whole body healthier. We're ready on break? We're on break, good. Okay, shake that off a second. We're going to flip ourselves over and work the opposing muscle group in a plank. A couple ways we might do this. We're just here on the elbow plank right there, holding perfectly still. Tilt your tailbone under, flex the heels back, pull the toes up toward the knees, and you can hold steady. Or there's another mod where you can progress it to a log roll plank. And twist and touch the hips to the ground, ready, go. Twist and touch either side like this, or you can just hold steady, right? And that's good too. Planks are one of the best exercises you can integrate into your routine. You can do them every day. You can do them for a long duration and gradually build up over time to 4, 5, 10 minutes maybe. And it's really going to respond well in your core muscles because they're made for endurance. The muscle fiber type in your core, which is this area through here all the way around, is built for endurance type exercise and work. We got 10 more seconds on this, and we're going to have a little bitty break. Don't forget to hydrate on your breaks. You can stretch slightly on your breaks if you need to. And we're on a break. Okay, good. Relaxing a little bit. Side plank might look like this. You can go up on the elbow and stack your feet. If that's a little unstable, you can stagger the feet and hold in a sideways plank like this. And then, if you want to progress it again, you can reach under and thread the needle, just like this. Okay, here we go. One side, pick it up. Hold it steady is good. You want to try to have a straight line, ear to ankle on this side plank. Don't let the hips drift backward toward the wall behind you. And keep a nice tension and flexion through the middle. You got to breathe deep in the nose and breathe slower out the mouth. That'll keep your core temperature a little bit lower, moderated, so you don't feel like you're getting a little bit too much work. You've got more steam for the duration of the workout. Good idea to do this workout over about 25 minutes at this pace and interval. 25 minutes will get you plenty of work. Okay, we've got 8 more seconds on this side. We're going to do the other side real quick. You can do the same style or you can do a different style. And we're breaking. We're switching sides. Tiny, tiny little break. Get ready. Get set. Go. There we are. And we're just holding in place. And the body really responds to this time under tension style work with a plank. It's good for your lower back. It's good for your hips. Good for the lower belly, good for the upper belly, and in this case, it can be good for the shoulder. If you have a little bit of a shoulder problem, holding yourself all the way up on just one side, reach over on the other side and brace yourself with the second arm there if you need to. That said, it can cant your body out backwards. Maybe you don't want to do that too much. You want to try to stay straight and a real clean line ear to ankle. You got 5 more seconds on this side. We're taking a little tiny break. Remember to hydrate on your breaks if you need to, stretch a little bit, and we're on break. There we go. Okay. We're going to do another plank variation now. It's a real good effective plank type. You're going to put your legs out straight with your arms up behind you like this and drop your head back. Keep your hips real high. Very critical that the hips and belly stay high the whole time. You can stay here or you can progress to a nice, slow raise and lower of each leg. Here we go. Then you can raise and lower slow, like this, and that's going to progress the difficulty of your work, okay? Here we go. Up and down, nice and slow, nice and steady, or stay perfectly still. Don't let the hips start to sag toward the floor. Keep a good contraction in the abs, and the glutes are flexed up. Keep the pelvic floor pulled up. Pelvic floor exercises are critical for a whole lot of intra-abdominal strength, good for keeping prostate health high, and they're going to assist the rest of the exercise. You got 10 more seconds on this, and this is over. Don't skip core day. You can integrate it a little bit in each of your workout routines. And we're on break. Good. Stretch out if you want. You can rest. You can get a drink if you need to. Okay, we're going back to laying back on your back. And we're going to straight leg sit-ups. The legs are wide, so that you can reach across one side and transverse to the other with or without a weight. You want to keep your chin tucked the whole time and try to keep your feet against the floor the whole time. Ready to go? Exhale as you're coming on up, all the way up, nice and high. You can use a small weight, you can go no weight. Do not hold your breath. Holding your breath would be ill-advised. Here again, you're coming up through a crunch, through a setup. Any of these variations, you're imprinting your back and hips into the floor. That's your first thought. Imprint your glutes, your lower back into the floor, and then come up. Really flex them down into that mat to bring yourself up nice and high. Big, long reach. Greater range of motion is better here. Almost ready to break. Almost. And we're on a break. That's very nice. Good job. Okay, we're moving right along now. We're going to go into a little bit of flutter kick. You're going to sequence this later in the routine because flutter kicks can strain the kidneys a little bit in lower back. So I'm going to prevent that with putting my arms up underneath the hips, and I'm going to point the toes here like this. You can also pull the toes back and keep them lower is harder and higher is easier, right? There's less strain on your lower back if you're going up a little higher. A little lower like this, almost just touching the floor, and faster is a little more advanced, right? So take care of that. Breathe deep through this move. This is good lower abs, it's good lower back stuff, within reason. I wouldn't recommend hitting this immediately right in the first start of your core routine. That might be a little strain on the lumbar spine or leave you a little bit more sore later than you'd like to be. We got 13 more seconds here. Again, I'm just using an interval timer app that I can adjust the times of when it beeps and when it starts and stops. I recommend that. If you have a watch you can do it with, do that too. And we're on break. Good deal. Good deal. Okay, we just got a few more moves like this left on this round. I recommend 2 to 4 rounds for your core routine to get full training effect. Okay? If you're doing this in conjunction with another routine this day, maybe just go 1 or 2 rounds. All right, we're going to come over here and do hip rock and raise. So I pinch my heels together. I keep my knees wide, and I push up, and I drop back down to the floor. Here we go. We're up, and drop back down. I come up, I raise the hips off the floor. I get a little air, a little daylight under the hip, and I come back down and touch. Come back a little slower than you go up, and launch up. If you want to make this progress, reach your hands up here. Don't let your hands assist you, all right? And keep your knees wide. And exhale as you come up, and inhale as you go down, obviously. Very ill advised to hold your breath. You coordinate the move with the breath, you're going to get a much better training effect. You're going to go on a longer, more effective exercise overall, and you're going to recover better. You only got 5 more seconds on this move. Intervals go pretty fast, but so do the breaks. And you're resting. Here we go. Very nice. Very nice. There's a ton of ways to work out. There's a ton of ways to tax the core. We're just going to hit a few. Some are better for some people than others. This one we're not moving again, so how hard can that be? We're going to hold this up, and we're going to bring our upper body torso way off the floor and keep this in flexion as long and high as we can. Ready? Go. Really reach up, get some height, and don't move. Get some height and hold up tall. Hold up nice and tall. You want the shoulder blades entirely clear of the floor, the ground, of the mat, right? Don't hold your breath here again. Yeah, I say that all the time. But you know what? It's funny how often people do it when they're exercising and they're unaware. Sometimes it's because they're trying to think their way through the exercise. Don't try that. That's a bad idea. Your brain is much more highly qualified for other tasks than making your body move. Let your body see a thing and respond naturally by seeing it and making your body mirror the move. That's the best way to exercise. That's the best way to do physical events. You only got 5 more seconds right here, and we're on break again. And we're on break, that's good. If you need to take a drink of something, good. If you're drinking any kind of a pre-workout, be careful how much caffeine you're taking in every day. You only want maybe 400 milligrams of caffeine a day, and that's really pushing it. But caffeine can help you out some. Watch out because it will also dehydrate you faster. It forces your body to lose fluids a little bit faster. Okay, we're going to come up here like this, and we're going to reach up and down and up and down. It's a starfish, or it's called a split jackknife. Right? Up and down. Really come up. Bring the upper torso clear of the floor. Bring the legs clear. You come down low. If you want to make it harder, you can really go diagonal. And again, that's called either a starfish or a split jackknife. Doesn't really matter what it's called, does it? What matters? Is it working? Yes? Good. And you keep going as fast as you can. You can slow down if you need to slow down. Make sure your melon is clear of hitting anything if you're in a congested workout stage. You can come down and go through a workout real hard and fast and all of a sudden get injured. Not good. Not cool. Have a workout buddy. Push each other. Watch out for each other. Break. Good. A little rest there. Anybody that needs water, get a little sip and figure out what you're going to do next. We're going to work out some more. How about that? Okay. We're going to come back down in here in a plank. And this is called a superhero one or superhero plank. Here on your elbows. And you're going to reach out right arm, left leg, and then alternate left arm, right leg. Not the same side. No. Yes. No. Here we go. Alternate. Alternate sides. Alternate sides. Right leg, left arm, and alternate. And try to keep your hips low so that you don't kink the back. There we go. Keep moving. And breathe deep. Try to keep a nice, strong, straight line still. Here it is. Go for height. You're going to flex the arm up in the air. You're going to flex the leg up in the air. The point of this in part is not to allow the hips to twist too much. You're trying to stabilize the core and keep it from moving very much. Right there in the middle. The limbs move all they need to. You only got 5 more seconds right there. Now we're going on break. Ready, set, okay. A little rest. Good deal. Nice. Okay, gang. Well, that was fun. We're going to hit another workout off of your core down right in here. We're just going to come up and touch. Or you want a different regression, you can twist. Maybe you're starting to feel tired. Maybe you've done 2 or 3 rounds. You can go right here. This one's good. Or you can come up all the way up, touch the toe, all the way up. Don't let the feet leave the floor. Don't let them leave. Try to use this with no support at the foot, ankle. Exhale up and come back. As I'm coming up again, I'm thinking, press my hips hard into the floor. Press my lower back, imprint it into that mat. Or you can come in here. If you're touching ankles, make sure your hips are close to your heels and come around, touch your ankle, your heel. And keep your shoulder blades clear of the mat, right? And keep it up. That's your 10-minute second warning on this particular ab style. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, and you're resting. Good, good. Okay. We'll do one more set for this round, and that'll be 1 round enough, right? You take as much time as you need through these. If you want to take longer breaks, hit pause, whatever, come on back. We'll be here waiting for you to carve it up. Get a nice 6-pack, so that anytime anybody needs some shredded cheese, you're ready to go to shred some cheese for them on your 6-pack abs, on your cheese gravy. Okay, here we go. We come down, all the way up both sides. All the way down, all the way up both sides. All the way down, all the way up. If you have it, get with it. And breathe deep. Don't let it beat you today. Don't let it make you tired. Just like that. Keep up the most steam you can. Whip through it nice and high, all the way back, all the way down, all the way up. Keep up that steam. Don't let it beat you. Don't let it beat you. Can't make it rough enough. Drive, push, push. Hang in there, one more. That's it. And that's what we have for a single round. Now you don't have to do it in that sequence necessarily, but that's a real good effective sequence that we know is safe and effective and sound, and it worked for a lot of people for a long time. So there we are.